Just a warning, I'm about to fuss about something that some of you are going to deem insignificant. If you are the type of person that's going to sit there for 10% of the video, look at the amount of time that the video is, and comment, "That amount of time of my life wasted. Your services are needed in 2012. Thanks." This is the rear wiper blade of a 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. There's not a whole lot special about it. It operates in a similar manner to most rear wiper blades. So, let's turn it on and see what it does. Stop right there. That is all it needs to do. Now, let's play the video again. That is dumb. I have this set on the lowest speed setting possible, so there's minimal urgency to wipe the window again. It wipes one way and then wipes the other immediately. There's no water on that window. It doesn't need to do that. Front wiper blades do this, but they are different. When they are in their resting position and then go up and make the first swipe, they are in the way of the driver's field of vision immediately in front of them. They come back down to get out of the way. Rear wiper blades like this one, they're already in the way no matter where they are, and they take up the same amount of real estate on the left side and on the right side. They can swipe one way and just stay there until they're needed again. Manufacturers, you need to stop doing this. I know there's sensors in there. You're having it come up, it knows where to stop, and then you have it come back down. It knows where to stop then. Just have it stop on the first wipe, have it stay put, and if you shut the wipers off, it's fine. It knows where that wiper is. And look, car manufacturers, I know it's not necessarily a money thing because it doesn't really wear your wiper blade out too much faster. It definitely wears it out faster than it needs to, but not by much. So I know that you're not doing it to try to sell more rear wiper blades, especially since there's an aftermarket and I get most of my rear wiper blades from the aftermarket anyway. But that's another thing. You keep changing wiper blade designs so that the aftermarket has to constantly catch up with your stupid new hook design. I used to work at a parts store, and the front wiper blades, the three most common types were the J-hook, the pin and hold, and that square rectangular one that slides in and has a little button on it sometimes. Three main designs. The market is pretty much uniform in that aspect. BMW has some goofy ones, and there's definitely some goofy ones all around. But rear wiper blades, every single manufacturer has to have this stupid new hook design every 3 years going, oh, it's slightly better. I don't care. You have a different pin in the locking mechanism. It's stupid. Just stick with one. You've done it with front wiper blades. Do it with rear wiper blades. Some of you manufacturers make the most trivial changes to the rear wiper blades too. My parents had this Ford Explorer that had a J-hook rear wiper blade, which sounds great, but it's not a normal J-hook. It was shorter. The part that loops around, way shorter, so most wiper blades that were a regular size wouldn't fit. You had to get a special size wiper blade that fit that, and every single one that I encountered, except for one, fit terribly. You'd have to take the cover off the corner of the head of the wiper blade, and then it still wouldn't fold out far enough, so you'd have to take off the arm to have any kind of reasonable way of getting that wiper blade on. Except I managed to find that Bosch Icon wiper blades, because they're J-hook with a cover that folds over top of them, then you could just put it on, snap it in place, holds it in place. It was perfect. It beat your stupid system. So anytime I changed the wiper blades on that Ford Explorer, it would be a Bosch Icon coming off and a Bosch Icon going on. There was some Chevy crossover or small SUV that had a really stupid design too. It had I think it was a J-hook, but it was so spread out from the window that you had to buy a special design wiper blade that was deeper to the window than any of the other designs just to fit that one particular car. And look, I'm not saying that every wiper arm has to have the same hook design for an eternity. There are different designs that come about and it improves on what's been in the past, and that's great. But the way that front wiper blades exist in these three main types that pretty much everyone uses, and then rear wiper blades exist in that every single manufacturer seems to have a different way of hooking a rear wiper blade on, it's dumb. Something needs to be fixed there. And it's not like rear wiper blades are getting any more advanced than the front ones. The front ones are actually doing most of the advancing, because it used to be both front wiper blades would be about the same size. Let's say a 22-inch on the driver's side and a 20 on the passenger side. And now pretty much all cars out there have this really big driver's side wiper blade and a really tiny one on the passenger side, because it brings the linkage together. This is good, by the way. You're saving weight, which saves fuel, and you're eliminating that little shark fin spot that doesn't get wiped all the time. That's great. And in all this design change, the wiper arms are still using the conventional style hooks that everyone else is using, and the wiper blades going on it, going fine, except on this cross-check, and that's a different story. Because of all these design changes that have been occurring on the front wiper blades, and you've been able to retain the same old school J-hook and other designs that are common across the industry, yet you keep changing the rear wiper blades even though nothing is changing about them, it leads me to believe that you're just screwing with everyone. Now, I have no affiliation with this company. I just want to show you a really good design that Bosch makes. Look at this. I'm going to get out of the way so you can admire it in the full frame of the video. Look at that. Mwah, chef's kiss. Perfect design. Do this. And look, this is in a clear container that you have to take the wiper blade out. So there's nothing that's on the blade itself that's hidden from view that people forget to take off and scratch up their window with. So plus there, and then you squeeze this open. You can put the wiper arm through this hole, hook it to the J-hook spot, and then as added security, this goes down, clips into place so it can't come off that direction. There's already a hook in there that keeps it solid, but that extra foldy flap thing, that makes it more streamlined and it locks it in place so it's going to stay put. It's a simple design. It's a beam type blade, so it's better than those stupid bracket blades that this isn't about cheap wiper blades. This is a good design. Make good designs, stick with good designs. Back to rear wiper blades though, with how similar all these rear wiper blade hooks are, I'm sure someone patented some design and everyone's like, oh, that's good, but it's patented. I'm not going to pay them whatever amount of money there is. I'm just going to patent troll and make a different one that's just different enough where I can patent that, and then everyone's like, oh, I need to do that too. So now we have like 50 different rear wiper blades when we could have just had one or two. So I searched on Amazon for Trico 12 rear wiper blade, because I know that company makes rear wiper blades. They have a good coverage of rear wiper blades, and their part numbering system will be 12A for design A, whatever that happens to be, and 12B, so on. On just the first page, even with all the other brands that are trying to get in on that page result, there's all the way up to 12L. That's A through L of just rear wiper blade designs that are 12 inches. Correction, M. But you get the point. There's a bunch of different designs, and all those are just 12-inch wiper blades. I know that there's some that are probably missing because they use the same A letter to be the same hook design on different length wiper blades. So if there's not like a 14A, maybe there is, but I'm just using an example. There's a whole bunch of different designs at different sizes, and that's how many different hooks there are. And there's probably more than that. To all of you manufacturers that are being like, oh yeah, you made a good point, patents, that's why you've all used J-hook wiper blades at one point or another. I know you can use them, just use them. And stop wearing out my rear wiper blade faster than it has to be worn out. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next Car Simplified video.